What's on, everybody? This is Roster of the Burbank Misfits, and of course, you're listening to the Misfit Effect. And guess what? I have my wonderful co-host, the wonderful Miss Sarah Lace.
How many wonderfuls was that?
That was five wonderfuls.
That was five wonderfuls. Okay. Because you said three wonderfuls earlier, and I think you wanted to one up that. But anyways, I appreciate all the wonderfulness. Um, Thank you. Obviously, I'm back at it again. I do want to introduce our very, very special guest, Valentina Fox.
Hi, happy to be here. Some Valentina, tell us, who are you?
So I am a femdom content creator and dominatrix.
Ooh, spicy.
So I have a question too. The way you just described it is from what I'm reading. Also, do you do you just do financial dominance, or do you just do all types of like the circumference of it?
Yeah, I say femdom. I make like a lot of fetish content outside of financial domination. I do usually label myself a financial dominatrix just so that people know that my prices are going to be higher or that I'm more into like financial fetishes or financial ruin or financial control. But most of my subs are not like strictly findom subs. Most of them have a lot of fetishes. I think it's really rare to find like someone who's just into financial domination.
Okay, that makes sense. I feel like everyone has like basically a rainbow of fetishes. I
Yeah.
feel like all of us have at least like two or three that we can just name.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah. It's so usually if someone is into like financial domination, they might also be into like humiliation or forced by, or maybe just like a total power exchange. Like they want me to control every aspect of their life.
Okay.
Which ones do you often get the most?
I make a lot of content for gooners. So I definitely get more gooners than anything. Gooners are like I'll say like porn enthusiasts, but so it's like extreme gooning is like extreme edging. It's like I'm guessing you both are like know about edging and like bringing
Mhm.
yourself there. But
Like
then
I know what edging is. I didn't know what Goonert was. I was like, I don't know what
yeah,
this is.
it's a newer term and it's kind of just blown up.
Yeah.
But a lot of like clip sites now are making it an official category. But it's basically just like extended edging. Like I'll have like a gooner, like goon for like 6 to 8 hours, like
Jesus.
no coming. Yeah. Or people will build like
Oh
goon caves
goodness.
and have like a small room or like a closet or something, and they'll have
Mhm.
like filled with screens in that room. They'll have like porn on each, like a different porn video on each screen, and then maybe like a couple of my videos, like talking over all of it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
instruction videos or
Hmm.
just
yeah, like JOIs, but
JOI, yeah.
also like kind of gooner encouragement, like keep going, no thinking, just stroking. Like you don't need to think, just keep stroking. Um, and sometimes that goes hand in hand with like porn addiction humiliation for my brand. So being like, you can't stop watching. You're just gonna keep stroking. You're gonna stay here all weekend and just keep stroking. But not all of them are into humiliation.
Okay. That completely makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That does sound very, very hot though.
Yeah.
Like I think part of it is just the way that you're saying it. And obviously you're more of a dom, but I am more of a sub. So I'm just hearing you say it, I'm just like,
Ooh.
ooh, okay,
It's really
spicy.
hot. That's why they
Like,
love it because it keeps them in subspace for like the whole time.
Definitely.
see, and like I've never made a secret on this podcast that I am an extreme sub when it comes to a lot of things. But there's a few things. There's only a few things
Yeah.
that I know personally that I'm not into,
Mhm.
and like that ball of my nose, or like
Hmm.
it's like so small it's like this small
Hmm.
of but the little nose that I don't have, and it's when I tell people like I'm like no, if you find a really good dom that knows what the F she is doing, like you can just give your all to her or them. I'm sorry, I don't want to you know
Yeah.
no, but all to them whatever, and you just love it.
Hmm. Yeah. It definitely is like finding someone who knows what they're doing, finding someone that you trust. And then, yeah, it can be really fun. And to even explore things that like maybe were no's with other people, but if you're really comfortable with someone, like you might want to explore some of those things, you know?
Like
Exactly.
I'm gonna give you one example before she says her statement. Like personally, I am not into ball busting,
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I
Yeah.
cringe so bad when I see that.
Yeah.
but
I think a lot of men especially are like, oh God, no.
and I went to I don't want to say a lifestyle party, but a BDSM party,
Mhm.
and like they had I don't know what they call it when someone's dressed all in leather and they only have a little hole
A
for
gimp.
thank you again. And like they put a something in it to suck the air out of the leather.
Mhm.
And then someone like that I don't want to like talk negative about someone. It was someone who was really like they're like taller than me. I'm 5'6". So they were like 5'9", and
Mhm.
they had to be like near like my size, whatever, as far as weight wise. And they
Mhm.
just literally was just like jumping up and down on it, like
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm in the corner of the room because it was like
Jumping up and down on his balls.
yes, and,
Yeah.
and it was because
Oh my God.
at this party it was like it was a lot of education, but
Uh-huh.
also participation, and this was one of the ones of explanation, and
Mhm.
like I'm in the corner just I was just picturing like I was
How
just,
that feels.
I was just
He's just
picturing
like,
how
oh,
the nut busting open. And it's just like I get it. Like everybody has their own thing because like I know what I'm personally into, but little old me in the corner, like just knowing like how fragile I am.
he's like, no, thank you. I'll break.
Yes.
Safe word, safe word.
Yeah, it's some subs are so into the extreme pain. It's funny, like some ball busting is literally just like little taps, like little, like barely kicking at all, and that's enough for them to be
Mhm.
like, oh. And then I have some subs that like I'll kick them in the balls and they're like harder, like
Definitely depends on their pain tolerance, I'm guessing.
yeah.
Over time, they probably want more.
Hmm.
But the thing I was gonna say is I feel like a lot of people are feel more willing to express their like what kind of kinks they have like online, you know?
Yeah,
I,
definitely. And people will like really open up. It's crazy to me
Mhm.
how many subs that I talk to who, especially like married ones or people that have been in a long-term relationship that have never ever talked about their kinks with their partner. Like, I'm like, how have you been married for like 10 years and your wife doesn't know you have a foot fetish? Like, it's also ones that sometimes like aren't even that extreme. And I'm like, that's
I,
crazy.
I think like in to answer what you say, like, I think sometimes it's hard to talk about because like you like foot fetishes, depending on how extreme it is. Some
Hmm.
people might really find it, weird, whatever. Even though it's like depending on how on the spectrum they are with like because some people just like shoes, whatever. Or some people just like really nice feet, but then it comes to the extreme of like they can't come unless they're touching or holding someone's foot.
Hmm.
Or, they fantasize about the
Mhm.
foot more than they fantasize about, the partner they're dealing with.
Hmm.
So it depends. Like, and I know some people might find it weird because, like, I have a foot phobia, so it's the opposite of the entire. Yeah,
Hmm.
I have a foot phobia. It's like one of those,
Yeah.
like, yeah, but yeah, petrified of feet. But like
Yeah, he hates feet so bad.
my former co-host, whatever, he loves he loves he loves feet a lot
Hmm.
to the extreme. And like he doesn't talk about it because people might find it a little weird because
Hmm. Yeah, I can
uh,
understand
get
it,
it.
especially when it's like people are really into humiliation as well. Like, because like they don't want to be humiliated by their wife, like they don't want her to talk to
Mhm.
them like that.
Well,
Yeah, they don't
they
want
want to
her
feel
to be the one
masculine.
to humiliate you. Yeah, exactly.
See, when it comes to me, I like humiliation. Like I want to feel like because there's different way. About to say you find someone you can trust because like when you're dealing with like from my experience, when you're dealing with someone who was a dom, whatever, in my experience, like if they know what to say to make you feel the humiliation rather than just saying words,
Hmm.
think that
Like
you are
things that
getting
actually
humiliated.
cut deep, you mean,
Yeah,
rather than like, oh, you're a loser.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
what I
like
do.
That's true.
even people who like SDH, smart accumulation, whatever. Some people really are into that. Wow, what is this language? Really are into
Hmm.
that, like getting humiliated for the size of their member, whatever. And
Hmm.
it's like if you know how to do it without making them feel too emasculated,
Hmm.
they can jack off to just you talking about how small their dick is, whatever,
Yeah,
compared to just you little dick, and like making them feel like they're worthless, you know?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's
That
definitely a
that's
way to do it.
that's kind of why I offer dick ratings, but I offer different levels of dick rating. Do
Mm.
they want a humiliation dick rating? Do they want a positive dick rating? Or do they want a real dick rating? Usually they'll go for a positive dick rating because they say they want the real one, but they don't, like
Yeah, they're like,
I
just say it looks good.
yeah, exactly. You kind of gauge it on like what fetishes they're asking you and like what other things they ask of you, so that way you can gauge what they mean. But like I don't know. Usually I just do the simple things. I'm like, oh yeah, that cock is so big, Daddy.
Yeah.
It feels so good inside of me.
Hmm.
And leave them wanting more, when sometimes it's either in reality, I'm like, oh, that's a little too big, I don't know if I could take that. Or
Yeah.
it'll be like, oh, that's a couple inches too small for my liking, or wish I could
Yeah.
take a little more. But
Hmm.
it's just at the end of the day, what they want to hear is like, oh yeah, Daddy, that feels so good. That feels so good inside of me. Such a perfect size cock.
Hmm. They just want to hear that they're perfect. Yeah, I definitely get the opposite. Sometimes most of my subs who will ask for dick ratings have small dicks or really ugly dicks.
Yeah.
And they want me to tell them that it's small and ugly. But sometimes I will get ones that will send me like a really nice dick pic or like a really big dick, and
Mhm.
I'm like, do you want me to make fun of this?
Right?
I
Exactly.
mean, some
There,
do. They
there
want you
was
to say
one.
like it leans a little bit too far to the left, you know.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't like the curve on it. Maybe it's a little.
That curve is weird. Like
Right?
why does it turn like that?
Mm-hmm. Cover a little too much to my like.
Is that Photoshop? No.
But no, there was this one time where this guy's dick was actually pretty big. Like, I don't know, it looks like 10 or 12. We obviously can't tell.
Mhm.
But I was like, damn, that looks like I would split me in half. Where are you trying to put that? Just because he tipped a little extra. So I was like, you know what? Let's give him a good one.
Yeah.
Plus, it was pretty big. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like that's a porn star dick right there.
Mhm.
Do you get those every once in a while where you look and you're like, "Ooh,"
Every once in a while, yeah. Like sometimes it's surprising. But
right?
like I said, most
Exactly.
of them still like want to be humiliated, even though they have really nice dicks. My clientele is generally into humiliation.
Yeah, but that's what makes it so funny. Like when it's so good, but you have to say the opposite. You're like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's trash.
exactly.
But the thing is, I would say this. I think like Sarah, since you're not into humiliate, like really into humiliating people, like she gets it.
Mhm,
It's like, is there something about, in my experience, having someone just talk down to you, and you gotta say, yes, and then say whatever they want to be called, because everybody has their own, or what I'm looking for
mhm.
here, their own proper name they want to be called, because some doesn't like to be called goddess, some want to be called completely other things, and you got to be aware of that. Otherwise, you get in trouble.
Mhm.
No, so you got to say yes or whatever, however they want you to respond. It's something about that um that's for fulfilling. I don't know how to describe it. Since you were yeah, it's something about she can she knows what I mean. I don't know how to say it.
So you're
Uh,
saying that there's something fulfilling about being a dom and giving people those pleasures?
No, like no being this up. I'm saying like when you meet a
Uh,
dom, like this person right here, this Miss Fox right here, who is
mhm,
excellent at what she does, and like for example, like she does JOI online, right?
mhm.
So like it's something about being told to do that makes you feel so good.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Definitely.
It picked up like someone
Especially with that smile,
attention.
you know?
Mhm.
So I read, so you do you do JOIs on on your platforms. What other ones do you do like as educational, like do for your fans, like in a public domain thingy, or is it just singularity?
You mean like my clips or like the categories?
No, because like from what I read, like from what I read, I said it says that you do JOI on videos and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And I don't know if it was like live JOIs, like in a form,
Yeah.
or is it just singularity?
Um, I'm known mostly for like my clips. So I make like a lot of femdom clips. I have like almost 600 clips now.
Okay.
And a lot of them are JOIs, but there's like so many different kinds. Like some of them are humiliating JOIs or sensual JOIs or like role play JOIs. Um, Most of them involve jerking off in some way. Um, and then, but I live stream as well. So I'll do like JOIs on a live stream. And I do like Skype calls and private calls or private cam shows and stuff like that as well.
When
Um,
you
yeah.
when you say role play jail, I was like, what type of I'm intrigued. Like I'm sorry, this I'm intrigued. What type of role play?
So I do a lot of like mean girlfriend stuff or like rejecting like friend zoned kind of thing. So like talking to the camera as if they're like my guy best friend who asked me out and I'm like, I can't believe that you thought I would ever go out with you. Like, ew, like why would I ever want to date someone like you? Are you getting hard right now while I'm talking to you like this? Ew, like pull it out, let me see it. Like that kind of thing or like I said, like mean girlfriend being like, you're such a loser. Like the only reason I date you is because you do whatever I say and I walk all over you. Like, so it can be like that. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
You
I
play
love
that so well.
thank you. Yeah, I
She's
love
she's an actress.
yeah.
Mhm,
You know.
definitely.
I love those kind of clips, like coming up with like scenarios. I did one with another Dom that I released recently that was like um it was like a stepbrother one, like pretending like my stepbrother was like stealing me and my friend's panties, and we caught him and we're confronting him about stealing all of our panties, and then like make him jerk off with the panties and like leave.
Right.
What has been your favorite role play type thing you've done, period?
I did one a couple years ago that I loved. Uh, it did really well too. It was like cucked by your girlfriend, and it's basically it was like a longer clip, and it was basically like me at first like talking to my boyfriend and being like, oh, my ex-boyfriend is coming to town. He asked if he could like sleep on our couch. The only reason I said yes is because I want to rub our relationship in his face. Like, you're okay with that, right, babe? And then like the next scene, like later on in the day in like a different outfit, um I'm like wearing something slutty when he comes over and like all flirty with the ex-boyfriend, and then I'm like, actually I think like you should sleep on the couch tonight. And then have it like this camera was kind of set up so it was like looking in the door frame and like me pretending to be fucking the ex-boyfriend while my boyfriend like is watching and like overhears it. That one was really
Ooh,
hot.
that
Oh
sounds
wow.
amazing. I would love to watch that.
Yeah. You're like
I was just like envisioning it. I was like, oh my God,
it's a really
adding to
hot
the list.
I'm really into storyline, so I did to envision. That sounds really good. That sounds like a fun thing.
one. I like
Right?
I like the storyline ones too. I think the more generic ones for me usually sell better than like the specific storyline ones. But I did one too that was really fun, and it was like I shoot a lot on a green screen too. So this
Hmm.
one I shot on green screen and had it like look like I'm in a bar and
Mm-hmm.
some like I have a lot of tattoos, so like covered right now, but um like the idea that like I'm in a bar and this like super vanilla looking guy comes up and is like trying to hit on me, and I'm like, get out of here, like you're not my type, like you look like a square basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like really persistent, and I'm like, okay, like if you want me to take you seriously, like let's go down the street to that tattoo shop, get a tattoo for me, and then I'll take you seriously. And then like making him get a tattoo and being like, ha, you're such a loser, now you have an ugly tattoo and I'm not going to talk to someone who has an ugly tattoo like that. Like
Oh my God.
the idea of
That's
like
so
making them
awesome.
I have a random question. Has anybody ever
got
got your name tattooed on them
um
for the gratification of saying you own me?
not not yet, but I have one sub who it's really my fault. The only reason that we haven't. He lives in LA. He's out of town for a few months right now, but when he gets back, we're definitely gonna do it. I want to do like a lock on him.
Mhm.
This my
Oh.
logo is my lips,
Hmm.
so I don't think I would have my. I don't know if I would put my name, but probably would just have the lock with my lips on it.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
That okay. Okay. Do you know where they want to get it?
Um, I think I want it like right over his dick. Like I want it like
Oh,
lower belly or on his ass. That would be good too.
Hmm. I do
I
think
I would say this from
like right on the hip area.
Yeah,
I
that's what I
think
was kind of thinking, like here.
Yeah,
I
that's what
think
I was
I think
thinking.
that would work
Yep.
better, like look better, because no matter what, at like at the end of the day, whatever, if anybody sees it, they know that he's owned by you. Nobody's gonna see his booty hole, but if he's like at the gym or whatever,
They see that.
everybody's gonna see that.
Yeah, that's true.
You
That's
know, just
very true.
I think the idea of like branding someone like that is really hot.
I definitely love the idea of it. I myself don't have any tattoos. I'm kind of like on the opposite side of like
Uh-huh.
the fetish spectrum, you know?
Yeah.
I'm more
Oh,
of
yes,
like
sir.
the like little, you know, like
Yeah.
like I know some people who have had the tattoo on them, they always go for the finger. For some reason, it's always like like the middle or the ring finger.
Oh, for the dom, for like their dom, you mean? Or for
Yes,
the person?
for like that the sub like right the tattoo their name like that their dom name on their finger.
Mm.
And like one, I think that's extremely painful because it's not like I don't know if you have any finger tattoos.
Yeah, I do. The fingers are
Like
pink.
that I just it's like I always say like my tattoo on my right titty is
Hmm.
like it hurt the most.
Hmm.
And like I know how much meat is here compared to
Yeah,
how much meat is on the finger.
like none. Yeah.
And I can
Hmm.
like how? And I think the person I saw was doing it himself.
Oh.
Like he recorded the video,
Well,
like he was on Instagram with the person and
Mhm.
he was doing it while they were on Instagram live together.
oh
And I'm like,
goodness.
Wow.
That's just
how?
insanity. Like the things
Well,
people do,
you're giving me ideas.
right?
Yes,
You're like,
ideas.
ooh,
I
okay.
support giving you ideas, but I'm just sitting back watching it
Like,
like
oh, that's
and
insanity.
and
That's
the thing
painful.
and the thing is like the whole time she's directing him and he's replying to her like in the manner that she wants to be replied in, um while he's doing it, saying and then like while he's doing it, asking her asking them, I'm sorry, asking them if they wanted more. Like, do you
Mhm.
want me to put in another location? And I'm
Mhm.
like, I think he has her name on him in three places.
Yeah, I love that. I definitely need my sub to get on that because I only have like one sub I would consider like my owned sub at this
Uh-huh.
point. That's not really in the beginning of my career. I was trying to like own more subs, but with online stuff, it's just so different than like it's so
Hmm.
easy to just like for them to find someone else or to quit and just delete their account and I don't know what happened to them or like it's just and so many of them are on like their it's their addiction so like they're like going really hard into it and then feeling a lot of shame deleting their accounts quitting and
Hmm.
coming back like it's like so many of them are on a cycle but yeah I
Tat-
have one sub who's
Tattoos last forever.
yeah. Constant reminder. Oh my God, I would have so much fun with that. But yeah, I have one sub who's been mine for almost 5 years and he lives around LA too, so he serves me in person.
Nice.
But
That's
yeah,
pretty awesome.
I would totally have him do that.
I do think I've heard that the tattoos on the fingers like fade easily, like they
Yeah, they
fade
do.
quicker. So I
Uh-huh.
feel like with the finger tattoos, they'd have to get it redone. So it would almost be like re-signing the contract, you
But
know?
it also
That'd be kind
depends
of
on
hot.
I think it also
Mhm.
depends on your skin tone though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but
So,
still,
A
just
lot
doing
less.
a contract renewal tattoo, and then after that, just
Yeah, I
little
like that.
pink fest.
Yeah, like every year, every 2 years, like you gotta get a touch up.
Whenever you need to.
Mhm.
so what has been the like from via your request, what has been like one of the craziest things you've been asked?
I think the craziest thing that I've been asked to do that I did not do was crush hissing cockroaches with my feet.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, I was like, first of all, I'm not bringing hissing cockroaches into my home.
Yeah, no, thank
But
you.
also just like the thought of that is just ugh, like them crunching. Ugh.
God. I I don't even know what the most insane thing I've done was. Yours definitely topped it. I can't even think of what my worst one was after that. Like, ooh, why would you do that, first of all? And then why would you want someone to do that, second of all?
Yeah.
Okay, no kink
I'm
shaming
sorry.
here.
I'm over here like I don't want to kink shame
Processing.
anybody,
Yeah, that's
but
why I'm just like, okay, no kink
I'm
shaming.
really
Everyone's got
trying to
their own.
process that one
Yeah.
Mhm.
because
And I know a few other Doms that have gotten that same request. I feel like it's the same guy. Like there can't be that many people that are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to each his own because like I've heard things that has caught me completely off guard before. Like because I worked I was at an Exotica. And this is when they were still in LA. And so we came to the booth. I was working a booth. This is before I did a lot of the stuff I do now. I was working a booth as someone's booth, and they walked up to me and asked me, "Excuse me, do you happen to have a video with all girls wearing clown outfits, having sex with each other with dildos? I mean, with strap-ons?"
Very specific.
And I'm like, wait a minute. And
I
like
know clown fetish is a pretty big one, actually.
I get it, but like
Yeah.
also like in retrospect, this was like my I've been around the industry for like a year and like a month at this point. So I
Hmm.
was still like very vanilla in the
Hmm.
industry. And like hearing that caught me
Like,
completely off guard. Like I wasn't like I can understand you say, yeah, do you have a clown porno?
uh-huh.
And I would say, oh yeah, I don't have that. But they got into so much detail and they
Yeah.
wanted something so specific. And it's like, I have never heard of a clown all girl porno and they
With
having sex with each other with dildos.
yeah, that's very specific.
I
I
I
do
do.
feel like you just find so many crazy fetishes in this industry. You just hear,
Mm-hmm.
I still hear new ones that constantly that I'm just like, what?
Yeah, I would say the deeper you get into it, or like the longer you're in it, the more you hear, the more you become aware of different fetishes. Like, I try not to shame them. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I really don't understand that one. But at the end of the day, I'm always like, just pause and I'm like, well, it's got to be a reason you like that. So, I mean,
Yeah, they
I
if
mean,
come
you
in
it's
so
like that, we'll find you someone that likes that too, you know?
yeah, one of the weirdest ones I've seen just on a site is like airbag fetish. So like a fetish for like car airbags. Um and like the videos of airbag fetish, I like went down a rabbit hole on many vids one day, but there's like a, I don't think any of them actually have an airbag like actively deploying, but
Mhm.
it'll be like an airbag like out and a woman like pressed up against it, in the driver's seat, and she's like, "Oh, I'm trapped in this airbag. Like I'm trapped. Oh, but I kind of like how it's like rubbing on me." Like, and then she's just like kind of like humping the airbag like from her car seat. Um,
Oh my God.
yeah, that's one of the more
there.
interesting
I
pictures
mean,
I've seen.
there's been some things that people have told me that I don't get, but I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone told me this a few years ago that like you know how you can make a farting noise with your hand right
Yeah,
here.
armpits.
Someone requested a video from somebody of them doing that for like 5, 10 minutes. And it's like, that's different. It's like you wouldn't expect
Yeah.
somebody just to want, and they wanted them clothed, not
Yeah.
naked, not showing, anything up here, just, and it's like,
Some people just really, it's very specific. Yeah, I think the weirdest custom that I've made was um the guy just he just wanted my stomach growling. Like he wanted a close up of my stomach and me rubbing my stomach for 10 minutes, just over
Hmm.
and over repeating, "I'm so hungry, I'm starving, I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry," like over and over for 10 minutes.
were you
And he,
clothed or just showing your
yeah,
stomach?
in clothes, yeah,
Okay.
completely clothed. It was
You
all about my
had,
stomach. Just like,
okay.
yeah, just like rubbing your stomach. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. And he was like really crazy in his like custom request. He was like, "Please don't eat for 3 days before this custom. So you're really, really hungry, like really, really hungry, like really, really starving." Like he kept saying, like, make it real, make like really, really starving. Like, I'm not eating for 3 days for you.
Hmm.
um,
Exactly. Like, are you insane?
Yeah, I mean, some of the growls in the video were my stomach, but I also edited some stomach growls in there.
Right. Just gotta
Because
throw some in
you
there.
can't make your stomach growl for 10 minutes.
It just doesn't work like that. And you're not gonna be sitting there for 30 minutes waiting for it to growl for
Recording.
10-minute
Yes.
increment and then putting it together. That's not gonna happen either.
Like
So like
like
you
you
get
can't
what you
you can't
get.
you can't you can't dictate when your stomach growls.
Yeah.
Hmm. And you
Oh
ate, I'm
well.
guessing you ate right after that. You're like, oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
tummy's done. That's what
See,
I would do.
like things that I like to watch is I love what they call it when you're suffocating and coming at the same time.
Asphyxiation?
Thank you. I like stuff like that.
Okay.
And it's different. But I've recorded people peeing on people and
Mhm.
it's always I've always say it's a video that I recorded that I'm looking down at my foot to make sure because the urine was like making a trail down toward me. And like I'm holding the camera, like, okay, I'm recording this. I'm not gonna move my camera, but I'm looking at my foot to make sure this urine does, we're outside, mind you, making sure this urine doesn't decide to make a line toward my shoe
Yeah.
because if it hits my shoe, you're buying me some new shoes. I don't care if it's like a
Hmm.
little driblet getting on it. You're buying me some new shoes.
Yeah.
But that's another one I never understood, but I understand.
Hmm. Yeah. Definitely a lot of subs are into golden showers.
Cause I like if I'm participating, I like being like rolled around like on a leash
Hmm.
and like crawl around. Cause I think I told her it's a
Hmm.
video, it's a picture out there of me like walking with somebody and I'm walking over gravel.
Mm. Oh.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, I'm cool with that. She's like, ooh, like
I feel like
yeah.
you just have to be like deep in sub mode to do certain things like that, you know? I feel like you can't do that at the start of sub mode. You have to like be already in it.
You have to be deep in it, yeah.
Hmm.
See, the thing
And like
is,
so focused on your dom, you're not caring about what's going on around you.
I think
Exactly.
also when it comes to people online, some of them might be um into it, but they're is just too ashamed to talk about it. Or and I know I didn't become more vocal about it until way later, but
Hmm.
because like the person I was dealing with at when I was 18, 19, like I won't say made me, they introduced me to it.
Hmm.
And I loved every aspect of it because they were really into it.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I think that experience made me love all the aspects of it,
Yeah.
without saying anything that's
And
incriminating to anybody.
that's nice that you got introduced to it by someone that you were actually with. Because like a lot of the subs that come to me have never actually had like a real life experience with it. And that's why they're seeking it out online. Or
That
they've
makes sense.
never dated someone especially who's into it.
Hmm.
What is
Yeah, I
your
hadn't really thought of it that way, but yeah, I feel like a lot of people that I know haven't actually had that real life dom sub experience. They've just seen it in like movies like 50 Shades of Grey or read it in books, similar, and just go search online to find
Yeah.
that.
Or they'll do like little things with like vanilla, like choking or like a little spanking, but nothing too like
Hmm.
not like a real DS relationship.
I have a
Exactly.
whip and 3 rooms in my house. So it's always ready if somebody wants to use them.
Oh
actually
my God.
actually have two in my kitchen.
Like I got them in every room just in case.
No,
Mhm. He's
like
always ready.
I jokingly say this, but it's true. It is at least one sex toy in every room in my house. Yeah,
That's the
it
way to
is.
do it, you know?
It is just a box on my back porch. There's a full on box.
Hmm.
So it's a lot of weird stuff that goes
Yeah.
at mi casa. Don't judge me.
Okay, I also have a lot of weird sex toys in mine.
It's but it's just because I live alone
Hmm.
and like I just have people come over all the time. It just looks like why is there a whip on your front door?
Yeah.
Like literally on my
Mm.
front, like literally right now. You
Right by the entryway.
no on the front door, like on the like when you open the front door,
Oh, holding it, the
it is a
handle?
whip on the handle
Oh,
right
goodness.
now. For some reason, it ended up there and it's been there for at least a month.
That's funny. Interesting.
You're like, I'm just a pervert and I like it.
Yeah, and I forgot it was there, and I had the cleaners and my cleaners come. It was just still there. It's like, well, I there's no hiding it now. Get what
Goodness, for real. God, it's hard when you like you forget things at the last minute and they're spread apart and you have to go like run on each end and try to hide it when like either like cleaners or like someone who's PG is coming over. You're like, oh no, I have to hide all the dirty stuff quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Right? Oh
Yeah.
goodness.
so what so what do you have coming out that people should look forward to like coming out soon?
I have a couple collabs coming out soon with other dominatrixes that I'm pretty excited about. Some more gooning content, and I think I'm gonna do some updates too. I kind of blew up, like my clip store really blew up at the end of last year because I was doing a Porn Addicts Anonymous 12 Steps to Recovery clip series.
Do
Ooh,
tell.
I
Do tell.
love that.
I want to know this. Do tell.
Yeah, so I followed
Yeah.
the real 12-step program, like the AA
Mhm.
program, and just substituted. I mean, it's crazy how well like it works with the femdom stuff because there's a lot of like religion integrated into AA. Like
Mhm.
I don't remember off the top of my head like which number is which step, but like I think like maybe step 2 or step 3 is like acknowledging that you're not strong enough to do this alone and you need God to help you.
Mhm.
So you know, substituting that with goddess, um, and like substituting alcohol to with porn. And then
Mhm.
and then the steps also have like my email listed in them so that they can email me about it. So it is like kind of like real like therapy work, but it's definitely very perverted because they're jerking off about it, but they actually are doing like the 12-step program. So like one of the steps is
Yeah.
like taking inventory of how this addiction has affected your life. And like people will email me things like I've pushed away my friends and family because I'd rather stay in on the weekends and watch porn, like or like I've ruined my marriage because of porn, or like my girlfriend's insecure because I can't get hard because I can only get hard for porn. um yeah.
Okay.
I
That
mean,
definitely sounds amazing.
Yeah.
you took an idea and made it like
A
like a dump
religion,
like a dump like a
of
trauma
goddess.
dump like a trauma like oh yeah I really have this problem but thank you for helping me
Yeah, exactly. Wow,
get through
jerking.
Right,
Like,
I
wow, this is
know.
a really, really serious
yeah
problem.
I'll get through it. Okay,
Imagine
wait a minute I
making
can't
it
come yet.
like making it like a DVD box series, but the cover actually looks serious.
Yeah.
How to cure
Your
your
porn
porn
addiction.
Like
addiction.
she's dressed in like a full on like an outfit like you know like a suit like a female suit outfit with a cover of the book like holding like
Yeah.
you too can get through this addiction.
You can change.
Yes.
Um, yeah, that one is super popular, and I get lots of emails like that have to do with that. So yeah, I think I definitely need to make like some check-ins, see how you're doing.
Yeah, you can make it into a series it's like that with
Yeah.
part one and part two is like did you relapse?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
These are the 12 steps after you relapse. after
Yeah.
you have relapsed.
And now we're back to square one.
Especially during like No Nut November. That could be
Yeah.
like a whole theme for that month, you know?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
actually you
I
can
do
actually
like a
make
lot with the therapy stuff.
you can make a whole
Mhm.
30 video thing for No Nut November.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you can make it all. I'm giving ideas out right now. You make it up like a whole 30-minute edging. Like
Mhm.
it'll take time. Like it's 30 damn videos, but like you can make them like 5 minutes of like 30-minute edging videos. Like you can nut. This is the third day of No Nut November.
Not there
Don't
yet.
don't make your what you want to call yourself come there and make you put you in whatever you want to say like
Mhm.
because you're not allowed to come yet. You can't come yet. And then you put one out on December 1st. You ready to come finally come? I'm gonna walk you through it.
Yeah.
This is your December 1st. Your December 1st JOI to release all that tension from November that you built up. You know,
Mhm.
Mhm.
You could do two, one's a
giving
punishment and
ideas.
one's a reward.
When's the reward? Yeah. I did something like that last year actually. That was like finally letting you come at the end of it was for October. Um and
Ooh,
then
okay.
and then it was like, just kidding. I'm not letting you out of that cage. You're staying in there.
Oh, fuck yes.
Yeah.
Especially if known in November, right after October.
Yeah,
Oof, yeah.
exactly. That's
Give
exactly what
him,
I said. I was like, I'm not unlocking you. It's no November now.
What's
all right, gotta give you
what's
another month.
what's October?
October is like the same thing as No Nut November, but October is like chastity focused. So like being in a chastity cage the whole month of October.
Ooh.
Like a big thing in the Dom world.
I've never but say again, it's one of the things that I don't know.
Yeah.
I know a lot of stuff, but I've never heard of that. I've seen people in the I'm gonna say this. Like I understand, people who like to wear the chastity ones for the penis. It
Mhm.
looks so uncomfortable. Like I've never put one on one because it looks so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
think it
point.
is it's like slightly uncomfortable. It's not like painful or anything, but I kind of like that it's like a little bit of discomfort because it's just like a constant reminder, you know?
Hmm. Exactly.
I
Plus,
got
it helps them not get hard because there's also different sizes according to how big you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this. When it comes to like in my aspect of it, I don't like anything that can cause harm to my member. That's why I don't like ball busting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because
Chastity
like
over
it
time though.
like you can hit me from the waist up and from like three-quarters of the way down. Beat me, tase me, wax me, shock me, whip me, don't stab me,
Don't stop.
clothes pin me, and then hit me with a whip. I don't care. But when it comes to like that area, that is like the only thing that I'm fearful of. Because
Yeah.
The
like
hard limit for sure.
cause like when that doesn't work at all, it means that I can't, enjoy some things at all. And that's the only thing I'm fearful of. And I named off a lot of stuff. Don't judge me. I'm into that. But
He's
like,
kinky.
yeah, it's like, yeah, I mean, like I have a dang old writer, like a face writer, I don't care.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
but yeah,
I
that's
get
all
that.
that's
And chastity can over time, like my sub that I was saying, my own sub, who's been mine for almost 5 years, he's been in chastity on and off, but mostly on for like 3 years. And he like can barely get hard now, like when he actually is out of the cage. Like it's and it's shrunk over time, like he's lost like an inch.
Oh.
Um and that can those things can like go back, like if he gets out of the cage and he starts jerking off normally again, like it'll
like a
get a little bit
Yeah,
worse.
it'll go back to normal. It's
Yeah.
normal size.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. At
But it
least
totally
there's
does
hope on
damage.
that one. I was worried.
Yeah, that's the only
But
thing.
that's not talking about the mental damage because a lot of these people and just porn addicts do get like
Mhm.
so mentally addicted to that kind of stuff that they can't get hard for vanilla stuff anymore. Like a lot of my
That's
stuff,
true.
I say all the time, I'm like, even if you had a girl in front of you right now, like begging you to fuck her, that's not what you want. Like that's not, yeah, that's not going to get you hard.
Hmm.
I
And
said it
vice
before.
versa for girls too, like that might not make you come.
Yeah.
Sometimes what you really want is just to watch porn, like
Yeah.
something super kinky.
I
Yeah.
said before to people like because I've recorded so much in my life and I've edited so much nudity in my life that unless I know that I'm participating, I don't like I'm a little asexual too, but like unless I know I'm really participating or I'm forced into it, like I don't get hard anymore. And it's just like
Hmm.
and it's killed it like on one end it's bad, on one end it's good because in this industry it's kind of weird, just like me up here trying to record you and I'm just like recording you, but it's yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I
lost
mean,
the
the thing
oomph.
is, once you get in the zone, like you're able to it helps you keep professional, but I feel like sometimes you get desensitized to it too.
Yeah, I feel very desensitized to porn because I watch a lot of porn. Like a lot, I'm friends with a lot of porn stars, or I follow a lot
Mhm.
of porn stars. So I'm like, I have porn constantly in my face on my feed. Like I honestly don't watch
Yeah.
very much porn
And
on my own because it's just I feel very desensitized to it.
and
I
if
get
I
it.
do watch it, I cannot watch people I know.
Yeah,
Same.
that's the
Yeah.
other thing. I know a decent amount of porn stars, so I'm like, oh, I know that I know them. Like,
Like you
Mhm.
came in 2019, right?
yep.
So I think you came in 2018, right? Sarah.
I think 2017, 2018.
So I've been around since 2008. So just imagine all the people who I've met in porn in different aspects since 2000, like for 16, 16 in 16 years in porn. How do you like?
Yeah.
I cannot unless I met you just one time in passing. I cannot watch it.
Yeah.
If we've hung out
Yeah, if
and
you're like
like
friends, that's kind of
it's
it's a
like
little weird.
Yeah. Especially if he is friends enough that he knows about their family and this and that. Like at that point, you're just like, okay, I don't know if I can do that anymore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it's but the
Or it's
thing
just
is
like kind of distracting. Like like when I see videos of people I know, I'm just like
Mm-hmm.
can't really like enjoy it.
There's some people where I may have fucked them in real life and then fucked them in porn. At that point, I can't
You don't
watch
want to
them
watch them.
because I know what their real expressions are. And then I end up getting distracted as I'm trying to masturbate and end up being like, oh yeah, they didn't really like that part. Oh, okay, let's go and change it. And then after that, I'd be like, okay, I'm overthinking on their facial expressions,
Yeah.
but I'm just trying to get a nut.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's because I only watch girl. I don't watch things with penises. It
Mhm.
like limits it also. So it's kind of like, oh, we hung out yesterday. We went to Buffalo Wild Wings. I can't watch you. Like, even though I think the scene is gonna be fantastic, I think you're a phenomenal actress, but guess what? I
Yeah, like
I
I'll retweet the promo and stuff like that, but I won't watch the
I know
actual
your kids'
video. I'm like,
names.
oh, it looks so good though.
Yeah, definitely.
But I lost my complete train of thought. Um
I think we're getting to the end.
yeah, we are. I had a statement though I was gonna say, and it slipped my mind. Oh, before we leave, what is the craziest thing that you have seen in person, even like not participating in, but you've seen in person that someone has done?
probably it was at DomCon a couple years ago at their one of their fetish parties, that the LA one.
Mhm.
And they had a I don't remember who the dom was, but they had this pro dom up on stage with her sub, and she nailed his balls to a wooden board, like four nails in the balls, like spread them out. And like there's like blood all over the board, and then he had it like nailed to his balls for like probably like a minute, and then he like ripped the she like ripped the nails out of the board, and he like licked the blood off the board. It really intense.
That's insane. He was probably a pain slut at that point,
Oh yeah, for
Like,
sure. Yeah, I don't like a lot of blood like that.
crazy.
But I
Yeah,
know
no, me
I'm friends
neither.
with some doms who are like super into blood play though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
I
going to
follow a
say
couple, but it wow.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say like one I seen was blood play, but it wasn't as extreme as they were doing knife play,
Hmm.
and it was very like not like but like very like mild blood. But
Hmm.
that again, that goes back to me saying like anything with the like with the member that
Yeah.
I would faint seeing that.
It was it was really
Exactly.
intense. Yeah.
That's
Everyone in the crowd, I think, was kind of like jaw dropped. Like,
that's a little
Right? I would
traumatic.
not know what to do if I saw it in person. I'd be like, do we get him help? Or was this planned? What's going on? Right? Oh
like I think
shit.
he's enjoying it. So
Hmm. I'd probably look for the closest dumb around me, like, help.
is this okay?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
sorry. I'm just getting visions now. That's
I
but
know. Now that's all I can think of. Like,
and that's how we leave you to just
this is how we end the
Bloody
show.
bloody balls.
this is how we end. Bloody
Yeah,
balls, bloody
that's how
testicles.
we end.
But no, everybody like you seen that she was nominated for all these other awards, and you see why. I want you to make sure you go out there, support all of her content because you can just see how fun this woman is and how engaging she is with people who is part of her community. And if you are looking for a phenomenal sub, I'm sorry, Dom, and you are a sub and you want to be discreet about it, and you want someone to talk to, this is a fine, F-I-N-E, find, F-I-N-D, a fine person that you can like just look into, and make sure you give her, all the love that she deserves and pay for her content. Don't be a thief. And explore all of what Valentina is doing, And you think she's been nominated, so she's a nominated Dom.
Yeah.
She's just not some run of the mill Dom, she's a nominated Dom. That
Yeah.
means
She's a
that
numb dumb.
Yeah.
she's
No.
a nom Dom. There you
I'm
go.
XBiz and AVN nominated this year, actually.
See? And I think
Oh,
yeah,
get it,
see?
girl.
See, nominated Dom. So that just says that everybody, who has like, been around her, been like, oh damn,
Like,
damn.
damn, that's how you do it.
Okay, okay. And we want to get a big thanks to Star Factory for sending you our way because you are a lot of fun. And yeah, I got to say some of my kinks to someone who isn't dominating me, and
Uh-huh.
they get to see how weird I am,
Yeah.
compared to someone who's just on here and here's my kink to look at me weird like, oh my God, Raw, you're into that? Yeah, I am. I'm one of those. But and tell everybody where they can find you, where they can support you, where they can give you money, and
Yeah.
all this stuff.
So my website has all my links. It's ineedvalentina.com. And then you can also find me on Twitter at I Need Valentina. And all my links are on Twitter as well.
And as her name says, you need Valentina. We all need Valentina. So
Mhm.
go get you some. Valentina.
Forget.
Where can I find you really quick, Sarah? I'm sorry, time out. I am sorry about the dad joke, y'all. It's yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we need to put roster on timeout. Thank you guys. Um, my name is Sarah Lace. You guys can find me on iamsarahLace.com. All my social medias, everything, all my links is on there. Um, and you can find Rostar on the burbankmisfits.com. And he's still laughing. He can't stop laughing now.
WSTARR on all the social medias. Again, thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on. I really appreciate you. And everybody, we will see you all next week.